Nah, somebody got to be held accountable for this.
Yes, my mother's been in my life all my life, so I'm used to just being raised by a strong woman. That's why I use strong woman all the time. I'm not trying to purposely be like, oh, I'm a strong woman.
I had my father and I had my mother.
It's different.
I'm just trying to explain what the fuck I've been through. And if you can't take that, then you can't take that. But that's just what I've been through.
But when you sit there and say that men are intimidated by strong women,
they are.
They're not.
Look at the trauma you dealing with.
You dealing with trauma.
They come in here and deal with that because he don't want to deal with it. Now he can handle a strong woman.
I don't want
a lot of the women that say they strong women are women.
I don't go up to nobody and say, you gotta deal with me because I'm strong.
We gonna laugh, we gonna learn, but somebody gotta be held accountable. What's good? What they do? It's your boy Purple Lips. Ain't broke no more. All praise to the Most High. Welcome back to the ABN movement.
All right, y'all. Today we got two parts of the show. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, women have a problem with words these days. You know what I'm saying? You know, they got a problem with submissive. They got a problem with the word train, the word obey. You know what I'm saying? So they got a problem with all these words these days, but they mean the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Today, man, we got on Daily Wrap-Up Crew, you know, we got the host. He asked a question. He said, is it manipulative to train women how to love, or is it leadership? And both of these women did not like the word train. You know what I'm saying? Later, she uses the word train herself and contradicts her position. Then the lady admits that she is combative and she talks over people and she dominates conversations and says that men are intimidated by her strength. You know what I'm saying? And the host is basically being honest, like, based off your behavior that you showed, she's too difficult for any relationship. You know what I'm saying? These girls have a problem with words and they have a problem with behavior. You know what I'm saying? This is about bad habits and bad behaviors. Kuna Matata.
It says, is it manipulative for a man to train a woman or to love him, or is it just leadership? What's your thoughts on that?
I feel like train is a strong word. You feel me? I feel like no one should have to train anyone. No one's a dog, no one's a cat, no one's a pet, you know? At the end of the day, I feel like if you want to teach someone how to love you or teach someone how to be there for you, that is a possibility. That is always a great thing, because at the end of the day, I feel like no one knows how to really love someone, because at the end of the day, you're still getting to know someone. So if I want to learn how to love you, I expect you to teach me, show me things that you like, show me things, and then make sure I pay attention as well, because that's important for me to understand you.
Make sure you pay attention.
Yeah, because you know, sometimes niggas be talking. Niggas would be like, I want this, I want that, I want the same thing with girls. I want this, I want that, but it's like you just dragging. Like, make me interested, make me wanna like be like, yeah, I want to do those things.
This is your partner. Shouldn't you be interested?
Of course, but are we talking about dating? Or are we talking about getting like in a relationship?
What's the difference?
You're talking in a relationship.
If you're in a relationship, then yeah, still either way, I feel like I shouldn't have to train you, especially if I already am in a relationship with you.
So there was no point in answering that question. Either way, she still felt the same way. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, you know what I mean? Look, train and teach is the same thing, you know, regardless of how you say it. You know, parents train children, you know, coaches train athletes, you know, jobs train employees. These people like this, you know, they don't like how it makes them feel. You know what I'm saying? But reality doesn't change based off of comfort. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I should have to teach you.
You shouldn't have to teach them?
I shouldn't have to train. I should definitely have to teach. Everyone should.
What's the difference between teaching and training?
Because I feel like when you're training someone, you're trying to tell them what to do. You're not trying to make them learn. I feel like when you train a dog, you tell them how to do it and you make sure you do it over and over so they get that understanding. You don't want them to learn? That's not learning. That's training.
That's you training.
Teaching is like when you go to a teacher at the end of the day, it's like even if I get something wrong, it's like I'm not gonna be criticized for getting something wrong. When you train someone, you get criticized. You're not gonna get this because you did something wrong. This is not gonna happen for you because you did something wrong. And until you get it right, that's what training is. You're taking away something from somebody until they did it right, and then once they get it right, you get it rewarded. At the end of the day, when you teach,
this the ABN movement. If you made it this far, I appreciate y'all. Go ahead and press that like button. And if you like the video, go ahead and join the movement. We post 4 times a week. This your boy Purple Lips. Ain't broke no more. Thank you.
It's not about a reward. It's like even if you get it, you get it. You don't. But at the end of the day, I'm trying to make you understand me as a person. Same men or women, just make you understand me. I don't have to train you to do that. I feel like that's such a strong stretch to say.
I feel like you just probably don't like the wording of it. Yeah, the wording of training is crazy.
Definition.
Yeah, you saying you want to train, like, I gotta train you how to, like, that's just sounds crazy to me. But like she said, like piggybacking off what my friend said, like you teaching me how to love you. Of course, I want to know. I want to know about you, and I want to know the things you like and what you don't like, so that I can love you correctly.
Respect.
But other than that, I don't want to definitely be trained. You know what I mean? I definitely want to be taught the right way. I want to be shown the right way. But training me sounds too crazy.
It almost sounds like controlling.
It's crazy because, you know, she basically saying that she still wants to be taught. You know what I'm saying? They got bicycles that have training wheels until you learn how to ride the bicycle without the training wheels. Until you learn. You know what I'm saying? It's not beating you across the head, but you haven't learned how to ride this bicycle yet. You still got the training wheels on. You got to learn how to get the motion right, so that when you take them the training wheels off, you got the motion right, and you learn how to ride the bike for real. You don't stop until you are trained. Apparently, people got a problem with words. You know what I'm saying? The word train, you know, obey, submit. You know what I mean? These words are crazy to women these days. Let's go ahead and just expand on that just a tad bit more, and then we're gonna go ahead and fast forward to the end.
Quick.
You know,
I do want to say sometimes I think we do get caught in the verbiage. Like, I'll give y'all another example, right?
Right.
On this show, or just in any relationship podcast, the word submissive, always comes up, right? And women, they hate that word.
Not
submissive.
necessarily.
Hear me out. They hate that word submissive. But if we replace that word with cooperative, then it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I can do that. Like, you know, we get so caught up in the verbiage sometimes. It's like, that's like, you know, from training to teaching to leading. So y'all say, a lot of women say they want a man to lead. Leading can look like a form of training. Like, it don't gotta
100%.
be. Y'all looking at training as like very militant. Like, he's trying to control me. He's trying to dictate what I can do.
Because that's
Yeah.
what that's what the word train is.
That's not what it
Again,
is.
caught in the verbiage. Like, you know, if he could use another word, like I could teach you. Like, it's the same thing. Training and teaching is the same
I
thing.
just
Literally.
feel like it's the way, the delivery of what you say, how you say it. It's also because, like they say, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. If you say, hey, babe, listen, let me show you how to love me, like in a gentle way, in a gentle form, why would I take that offensive? But if it's like, bitch, you need to learn how to love, like, you know what I'm saying? Imagine the difference in between that. You get what I'm saying? There's some men that come
Obviously.
off aggressive.
You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's the different on how you approach it and talking to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Should you listen to anybody who's talking to you like a rad dog? You know what I'm saying? No. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you don't have to put up with that either. If they don't know how to control themselves to even know how to talk to you, then they don't deserve to be in your presence either. You know what I'm saying?
Stuff like that just, it's like, what are you doing? Like, why would you even say, why would you think
When
you're
you
a girl
apply
like that?
for a job, you gotta go through training. You don't have a problem with that.
Of course.
Right.
You ain't never look at your
Because now-
like,
Never
damn,
been
you
employed. Oh,
trying
he
to train me. You trying to dictate what I'm trying to, like, you trying to
Okay,
control
but
me,
that's
like.
that's the difference. I have to go through this training in order to get the job. This, I don't have to go through a training in order to get you, because when I got you, you wanted me and I wanted you, and that was originally the thing.
Women reject leadership in relationships. Who models structure for the kids? Kuna Matata.
Now we're learning each other.
You gotta go
Now
through
we're
the training.
learning
Literally,
each
you
other.
still gotta learn how to love that man.
Yo, first of all,
He gotta learn how to love
relationships
you.
is a job. You gotta work. You gotta
And
work
you're
at it.
absolutely- and you're
know what
not
I'm saying?
wrong about
And when you go to a job, you comfortable with going through training and learning how to do that job.
Yeah.
In a relationship, you should be okay with going through training and learning how to love that person. It's the same
Oh,
thing.
you get fired
Literally.
just like
I
your
don't
employee.
mind-
and that's
Like,
I don't mind learning how to be like, learning how to love somebody, but like I said, once again, it's the way you're showing me how to love you. If you're showing me how to love you in a crazy manner, it's no way that I'm going to have to agree with that. You're showing me how to love you, but you're doing it in a way that I cannot agree with. Maybe this is
feel
not
it.
the way I know how to learn.
You know, obviously I disagree, you know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comments, man. We're gonna go ahead and fast forward to this next part where she basically goes back and forth with the host. You know, she comes off combative. The host have to end up telling her the truth. Yeah, let's get it, let's go. Hakuna Matata.
And the same thing you're going to do
man
with
was
me.
raised without a mother.
I never had, like, I had my father in my life growing up for a little while, but I wasn't really like, I feel like that type of thing, that fatherly love, I didn't get. So I do kind of like, when I do have a man, I'm not looking for him to be my dad, but I am looking for him to just be a good man. You know, I'm looking for him to, you know, also just be that one for me.
You had your mother
so,
in your life?
Yes, my mother's been in my life all my life, so I'm used to just being raised by a strong woman. That's why I do strong woman all the time. I'm not trying to purposely
You want to take
like,
this?
oh, I'm a strong woman.
I had my father and I had my mother.
It's different. And we.
I'm just trying to explain what the fuck I've been through.
No,
and if
praise
you
that
can't
you can read
take
the
that,
room.
then you can't take that. But
Nope.
that's just what I've been through.
Nobody not saying that you're doing
It's
it
just-
purposely.
I feel like it
I'm
is.
saying
Like guys are like,
trauma.
like
It's a
something
trauma
wrong.
that you. It's a trauma that you.
And we
going
know
through.
that. I know
Right,
that it's a
but
trauma.
that you heal.
Surprise.
You have to heal from.
And I am healing. I never said I wasn't healing. I am healing as a person. You
Right.
you don't be around
But
me
when
every
you
day.
say, but when you
You
say,
don't know
but when
what
you
I'm
sit there and say
doing.
that men are intimidated by strong women,
They are.
they're not.
Look at the trauma you dealing
You
with.
dealing with
saying.
trauma.
You
You
know,
dealing
another man
with
to come in here
and you
deal with
projecting
that
it.
because he
Not
don't want to
saying
deal with
that
it.
he-
Now he can't
I
handle a
don't
strong woman.
don't want
A lot of the women that say they strong women are
I'm not
women
saying
are
I don't go up to
trauma-filled
nobody
women,
and
bro.
say, yo,
Like,
you gotta deal with me because I'm
She's
strong.
crazy.
I don't go to no man and say that a man approaches
Nah,
me, he
listen.
wants to get to
Nah,
know
listen
me.
to the comprehend, like-
you're not saying
Sure,
that you're
finish.
forcing it on him.
I-
You're
Nah,
saying that
facts.
you're forcing the trauma on him.
I'm not.
You are.
How?
We see it here. Like, you know what I mean?
Saying
We see it here.
here. How am I forcing trauma if I'm not
Not-
asking nobody to be with
Hit
me?
me out. Hit me
You're not
out.
even
But that's
allowing
you to be
anyone
You
to
said that you
speak.
didn't have a father figure in your life.
I didn't, but what I'm saying is I never went to somebody and say, hey, be with me with my trauma. I
You
went
don't have to say
dating
that.
At all.
somebody.
Part of you.
still
Like,
not
you have to
listening,
feel
bro.
something.
Is being strong worth it if it makes you incompatible with building a family? Hakuna Matata.
You didn't have your father in your life, right?
Yes.
What healing have you done to reconcile the fact that you didn't have that father figure in your life?
I've done all the healing. I don't worry about that. I'm not
Like,
gonna
what's
sit
all
here
that-
and
That's not
I've
healing.
done all the healing.
That's not healing.
That is healing.
That is
I've
not
done
healing.
everything.
I'm not
I've done
worried
everything.
about
I just forgot about it.
I counsel all the time. I go to therapy. I'm talking to somebody about it. I
Okay,
let it out.
respect.
I don't hold on to anything. I'm still happy. I walk around happy every day. I take care of myself. I do whatever I need to do for
I ain't gonna
myself.
lie, you seem
I'm
very
not
combative.
I am combative. I
That's
am.
not, it's
I
not,
am.
it's not good for a healthy relationship.
She
But
admitted
see,
it.
I'm not combative all the time. I'm combative when I'm trying to defend myself. That's it.
The fact
No.
that you feel like
I'm
you
just
gotta
defending
defend
myself.
yourself.
I was about to say in a
Because
relationship
right
you
now
shouldn't
you
have to
have to
defend
defend
yourself.
Because you guys are coming
know,
at me. You guys are all coming at me.
We're
Am I
not
wrong?
coming.
No,
See,
I feel like
and that's the
In a
difference.
can I
way-
say something? Can I say something?
Yeah.
In a way,
Because
you are.
What you
You guys are.
The, feel,
not.
the reason why I feel like I'm
I
different
haven't healed.
is because at the end of the day, it's
You
like
know me. You don't know me.
I feel like a reason why I say I'm different is the fact that one, shout out to my dad again. My dad raised me not as his daughter. He raised me as he was raising a boy. So the way he talked to me and the way he showed things about me.
You know, the thing about the second woman with the pink hair, you know what I'm saying? At least she's honest about her being combative, you know what I'm saying? At least she admits that she's combative. At least she admits that, you know, she dominates conversations. She's hard to deal with, you know what I mean? And she's gonna struggle in relationships and people who have this mentality.
I haven't healed.
It's because at the end of the day, it's like
you know me. You don't know me.
I feel like a reason why I say I'm different is the fact that one, shout out to my dad again. My dad raised me not as his daughter. He raised me as he was raising a boy. So the way he talked to me and the way he showed things about me was really different. It wasn't like he was trying to like tell me things. It's almost like he wanted me to understand the male and the female perspective. So, you know, like when it comes to this whole thing that you're saying about like it, like I understand her part and I understand your part as well. You feel me? I feel like you can't just take what you're saying. Like, I'm trying to explain it in a better way. You can't just take what you're saying as well. Because at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, you still didn't have the proper training that you need to even have this conversation. But them, it's like,
You right. You use
I said
training.
Yeah, because we're talking about
Training ain't
parents. We're talking about parents. Your father wasn't there to
Are we teaching kids growth or are we teaching kids to defend their flaws? Hakuna Matata.
tell you what you needed to
So
know.
you did
as
She's not
being-
more
we'll
healed
say
than
it
this
like
woman.
that.
That's what I'm
If you
saying.
want to use that word, fuck it.
No, if I want to use it,
No,
you use
you
it.
know, I'm saying
Hold
that
up.
you have the proper training that you
Proper
need to even have this
training?
conversation.
What was that? That was training, right? Okay. So she knows. She knows training and teaching is no different. You know what I mean? It's just how she feels.
But them, it's like
You right. You use
I said
training.
Yeah, because we're talking about
Training ain't
parents. We're talking about parents. Your father wasn't there to tell you what you needed to
So
know
you did
as
training.
being. Well, we'll say it like that. We'll see if you want to use that word. Fuck it.
No. If I want to use it,
No,
you use
you
it.
know, I'm saying it as like I'm gonna say it in my part because, like I said, I'm saying as a parent.
Yeah.
I feel like my dad needs to train me and how to be a good girl. I don't feel like my partner needs to be training. I feel like I need to learn how to love my partner, but at the end of the day, I don't feel like my partner needs to tell me how I need to be as a person.
beginning, you said you was teaching your kids.
Yes.
But now you're saying that your father trained you.
But you're talking about my father. I feel like
You're still a parent, though.
Are you not a parental?
I'm
role?
saying,
Right.
for her, I feel like she doesn't have the proper. Like, let me finish my sentence.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me finish my. I feel like the fact that she didn't have the father figure, I feel like she doesn't have the proper training to have the conversation that you guys are having.
Nah.
Because at the end of the day, it's like
I'm combative.
that's what I'm saying. Like, you're not
That's real. At
letting me,
least she
you're not
admits
letting me
it.
say my sentence
Yeah, go
for you
ahead.
to understand what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's what I mean.
speaking from my
For me to even get my point across, I have to get my point across for you to understand. So you cutting me off is basically showing me that you don't even have the proper etiquette for me to even have a conversation with you. You know?
Amen.
No, I can have a conversation.
Amen.
You-
See,
Shout out
doing
to
it right
that.
You're
now.
not letting her
Right now.
finish.
Yeah,
and,
I
and
can.
this is
But because it just
this in a
hit me-
relationship is problem. I'm letting you know
It
right
is.
now.
Strong.
You
got it strong.
Wait. I'm letting you know right now. If I'm in a relationship with you
I don't shut
and
up.
I'm trying to talk to you and you keep interrupting me, I can't get my point across.
And you be like,
Yeah.
You can't have a conversation.
I'm not interrupting.
Wait.
Yeah.
You're not understanding.
And that's why I'm single.
Wait.
And look, and that's why I'm single.
And you're
And
still
I don't
doing it.
mind.
You're still doing
That's
it.
why I'm single and
then
I
you
don't
was-
mind.
I'm gonna say I'm intimidated by you. I'm not
You are.
intimidated by you.
And maybe
I
you're
just don't
not.
want to have
You're
a
not
conversation.
intimidated.
And that's fine.
Drew was about to say something very, very important, and we're about to wrap this up.
Yeah, I do want to touch
And
on
look,
what
and
you
I'm
said.
okay with
But
that.
before we switch off, I do want to touch on when you said your father spoke to you like you were a young boy. I think, and I'm glad you brought that up because you're a woman that's saying that. I don't think that your father talked to you like he was raising a boy.
Right.
No, I take it in that consideration.
No, yeah, I know.
I'll take it like that.
I want to give you a clear because you're a woman, and I think that's your how you feel, right?
Mhm.
And I'm not eliminating that, but that's how men teach. We teach
Right.
from
Universal.
perspective.
It's not about emotion, it's biological.
Man, here's the purple lip breakdown. It's about creating healthy families, you know what I'm saying? And healthy families raise grounded kids, and grounded kids become skilled adults, you know what I'm saying? And we trying to break family curses here, man. Hakuna Matata.
Hey, man, accountability before excuses. Ain't broke no more spiritually, mentally, and systematically. This the Ain't Broke No More movement. We building brick by brick. I'll see y'all in the next video. I'm out.